What's going on, fellow trainers? We got another Legends ZA video coming your way, this time featuring Mega Froslass. With the ability Snow Warning, we're able to get our own snow up, get those 100% blizzards, and set up Aurora Veil. Let's stop stalling, get right into the battles. Let's get into the first battle. As my opponent leads Scissor, I go Excadrill. We're able to outspeed, go for the Earthquake, get some solid damage. They retaliate with the knockoff, getting rid of my Expert Belt. On the next turn, they switch into Hawlucha and easily fly over my Earthquake. Expecting the fighting move, we go into Froslass, but we get lucky as they go for the Encore. Not able to do much, Hawlucha switches out as we go for the Mega Evolution, get that snow going, and set up the Aurora Veil. Now safely behind the screens, we start firing off those Shadow Balls, getting that big damage as we tank the Steam Eruption, no problem. Fire off one more Shadow Ball, take out Volcanion. Scissor makes his grand return next, goes for the Bullet Punch, we eat that up, no problem. Go for another Shadow Ball, take out Scissor. Up next we see Aegislash, and expecting the Shadow Sneak, we switch into Garchomp. And thankfully we get that prediction correct, as with the Aurora Veil, we take barely anything. Aegislash then switches out, and in comes Slurpuff as we go for the Earthquake, get some good damage. Follow that up with another Earthquake, take out Slurpuff. Unfortunately, Garchomp has Choice Scarf, so as they go into Electros, we're forced to switch into Excadrill as they go for the Mega Evolution. Dragon Pulse combo, which Excadrill tanks with barely any HP. We fire off the Rock Slide, get some good damage and a lucky flinch, but even with that luck, it's not enough. We go for one more Rock Slide, they go for the Giga Drain, take out Excadrill. This allows us to go back into our Mega Froslass, get that snow going, but my opponent forfeits. Good game. Let's get into the second battle as my opponent goes Crocodile. We start with Greninja. Expecting to outspeed, we stay in, but they go for the close combat right away, knock us all the way down to the Sash. We retaliate with the Hydro Pump, take out Crocodile. This activates our Battle Bond, but unfortunately, it's not going to last too long, as they go into Aegislash, change stances, and go for the Shadow Sneak. Take out Greninja. After losing Greninja, we go into Garchomp, and my opponent makes a good play, switching into Salamence, avoiding the Earthquake. Like I said before, we're locked into Earthquake, so we switch into Slowbro as they go for the Hone Claws, get those boost, and on the next turn retaliate with the Hurricane, get that good damage, as we go for the Scald, fishing for a burn, which we thankfully get. Even with the luck, it's not enough, as Slowbro just survives one more Hurricane. We go for the Slack Off, get some health back. I realize Slowbro can't do too much, so I decide to switch into Excadrill, get the mold breaking, as Salamence goes for a Hurricane, which we eat up no problem. But they get their own hacks with the Confusion. Excadrill is then able to break through the Confusion, go for the Rock Slide, take out Salamence. Up next, my opponent sends out Volcanion. Excadrill hurts itself in Confusion, then gets taken out to the Steam Eruption. We then go back into Garchomp. Able to outspeed, we go for the Earthquake, get that big damage. They retaliate with the Earth Power, get some good chip. As we're able to go for another Earthquake, take out Volcanion. After Volcanion, we see Dragalge, he goes right for the Mega Evolution. We go for the Earthquake, do huge damage. They retaliate with the Draco Meteor, take out Garchomp. It's at this time we decide to show our own Mega Evolution. As we go into Froslass, they switch into Aegislash. We go for the Mega Evolution, get the snow going, and go for the Nasty Plot, boost. Now boosted, we get our defense going with the Aurora Veil, as they go for the Shadow Claw, get some solid damage, but it's not enough, as we go for the Shadow Ball, take out Aegislash in one shot. Next up, my opponent reveals Excadrill. Froslass is able to outspeed, go for the Blizzard, take him out in one shot. My opponent's last Pokemon is the Mega Dragalge. We're able to outspeed, go for the Blizzard, take it out. Good game. Alright, let's get into the third battle as my opponent goes Slurpuff, I go Excadrill. Able to outspeed, we go for the Iron Hand, knock him all the way down to the Sash. As they retaliate with the Flamethrower, get some big damage and the burn. Now we're able to outspeed with the Unburden, they go for the Flamethrower, take out Excadrill. Our next Pokemon is a Greninja. Slurpuff is able to outspeed, go for the Dazzling Gleam, knock me all the way down to the Sash. We go for the Dark Pulse, take out Slurpuff, and get our boost. Even with broken Battle Bond, it doesn't mean much, as they go for the Dragonite, go for the Extreme Speed, take out Greninja. We then get the Dragon Showdown. As I go into Garchomp, they switch into Froslass. We go for the Outrage, take out Froslass in one shot. My opponent then reveals their own Greninja. We go for the Outrage, get that huge one-shot. After Garchomp secures 2 KOs, we see Galarian Slowking, go for the Outrage, get some big damage, and finally get confused as they retaliate with the Psychic. Not stopping here, we go for one more Outrage, take out Slowking. My opponent then reveals their last Pokemon, the Excadrill. Garchomp is able to go through the confusion, hit with the Outrage. As they go for the Earthquake, Garchomp just survives. We're then able to connect with one more Outrage, as Excadrill is finally able to go for the Earthquake, cleaning up Garchomp. After Garchomp goes down, we go into the cleanup crew. Froslass, go for the Mega Evolution, get the snow going, go for the Blizzard, take out Excadrill. My opponent's last Pokemon is a Dragonite, who is unable to survive the Blizzard. Good game. Alright, let's get into the last battle. As my opponent goes Crocodile, we start Froslass. On the first turn, they switch right away into Skarmory. As we go for the Mega Evolution, get that snow up, and set up the Aurora Veil. Now behind the screens, we start boosting right away as they go for the Stealth Rock. Froslass is now ready to do damage as we go for the Blizzard, one-shot Skarmory. Up next, we see Hisui Goodra, who's a super tanky Pokemon and takes big damage from the Blizzard, and retaliates with the Iron Head, does barely anything thanks to our Aurora Veil, and then my opponent forfeits. Good game. And that's the video. Let me know your thoughts about Mega Froslass down below, and we'll see you next time.